right. I will keep watching the waiting room. I will not be watching the chat, but maybe Chelsea or someone can watch the chat and answer questions in there, or at least just kind of remember them. So if we have, when we address them at the end of the Zoom, we can tackle them then. Thank you for everybody that's showing up. Again, you'll keep seeing me do this as people pop on.
Yeah, I'll see the chat, no worries.
Thank you. Welcome to the first Juice Zoom. Oh, somebody left. This is not good for an ADHD person. Is there a way to make me, that's not it. Sorry, everyone. I will have to Google how to do this later, so you don't have to do this every time. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I know letting you guys into the waiting room and letting you into the Zoom, I knew a lot of the names. So thank you, because I have been so nervous today. I am pet sitting, but I went and sat in the hot tub for a half hour because I was like breathing, like, you know, Lamaze breathing. But my name is Patty Wonder, for those of you who don't know me. I joined Scentsy in 2015, the minute that they launched in New Zealand. I lived in New Zealand for 16 years and for the first 8.5 years of my Scentsy business. Just in case some of you don't know who I am and you're like, why the hell is this Yank talking to us? Because she's over there. I became a founding director, and I will always care about Region 3 first and foremost. I do have Region 1 people now, but my Region 3 people are really, well, first of all, the majority of my downline are all Region 3, but we're starting to build some more Region 1s. And I recommend everybody does that, because you kind of have people working around the clock and different seasons and things like that. So I moved to Region 1 in November of 2022, and I had to start my customer base from zero again, but I had to make sure that I was diligent with my team to know that even though I moved across the ocean, that I was still there for them and that I was dedicated to them, and I hadn't technically left. But as I learned things about America from not living in America, I watched things in Region 3 from the outside looking in, and I learned just as much. I'm somebody that really goes a lot on reading a room. I notice a lot of patterns. I read comments. I don't always comment, but I read comments. I see what the mood is. I see where people are. And looking at Region 3 from the outside, it felt like it lost its energy, its passion, its joy, its engagement. Scensy's always been my happy place from the moment I joined it to today. I mean, honestly, I have went through ups and downs. We've been through lots of changes, some not easy, like the current ones. But Scentsy has been my escape. It's been my sanity. It's been my family. It's my finances. It's my fun. It's my hobby. Like, I used to do lots of crafts, but now if I'm in a crafting mood, I make samples. So I don't really even do that many hobbies anymore. I sleep with Scentsy blankets. I wear Scentsy t-shirts. I am all in with Scentsy. While most people will say they probably considered leaving Scentsy for a second or more, I have never had that thought, ever, 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 ever. And if I didn't believe in Scentsy as much as I do, I would have left it when I left Region 3. And I would have said, this was a great exit. I'm leaving. Good luck. But I didn't. I wasn't seeing more than maybe 5 or 6 leaders showing up for Region 3, and that concerned me. And it made me sad because a lot of leaders, and this happened when I went to boot camp as well. And I'm sharing this because I want consultants to hear this as well. A lot of leaders don't think they're worthy. They don't think they're good enough. They think because they're not getting paid at their title anymore that they don't matter, or they're not good enough, or they don't have enough to say, or they're not with both feet in, and they're not all these things. And when I went to boot camp, I really felt the same thing from the ones here. And I was like, oh my God, it's everywhere. What is wrong? We work really hard to get to that director title. And whether you get paid at that director title or not isn't the important thing. The important thing is you did the work, you're sharing Scentsy, you're building a community, you're teaching people to believe in themselves, and you're pouring into other people to make them better. And I've always considered it an honor to be a leader in Scentsy. I take it seriously because I don't take much seriously, but I do take that seriously and I see it as an honor. And I don't really care what my title is. But I do believe that whatever you did to get there, you have to keep going. Like you can't just coast when you get there. And I think some people do that. The other thing is COVID happened, and whoa, that was quite the shock. All good things, but then we were really burnt out for being leaders because honestly, we just wanted to make sure y'all were sitting on the couch eating bonbons while we were on lockdown. So we had, and then those of you that weren't around during COVID, New Zealand in August and in April of 2020, the only thing we were allowed to sell was body products, laundry products, and cleaning products. We were not allowed to recruit or sell anything else because it was non-essential. Yet we still had to make our numbers. We still had to do all the things, and we had to get really creative. And that month alone proved what Region 3 is capable of. Everybody pulled together. Everybody figured out how the hell do we do this? And this is kind of this whole change that happened just recently. That's kind of in my sit. I don't think it's going to be as big of a problem as some of you think it is. I know Australia didn't get hit as hard. New Zealand got a big kick in the baby maker, but it's okay. We just had to take a minute to process. We had to come up with creative ideas, and every single person's brain works very, very different. I wasn't seeing consultants that were excited or engaged either, or enthusiastic. Just a lot of negativity and complaining on the All Consultants page. A lot of my team don't go on the All Consultants page anymore because it's negative. And I really preach stay away from it. Not of that page, but of negativity. And so the reason I saw all of this and it was hurting my heart. What you focus on grows, whether it's bullshit and drama or it's positivity and enthusiasm. Whatever you focus on, you're going to see more of. And we don't need any more bullshit and drama, not in Region 3. We just don't. Region 1 has enough. They can deal with their own stuff, right? So after going to leadership in Cancun and sitting and talking with the Thompsons there, I started getting this thing within me going, I have to do something. I have to do something. Then I went to boot camp. And I felt like, okay, I definitely have to do something. And that's when this kind of fire really started to burn. And I sat and talked to Chuck in his office for about 4.5 hours. And we talked about everything, like religion, politics, all the things. And we do not agree on those things, but it was an amazing conversation. And in that process, I realized that me being here puts me in a unique advantage for Region 3 if I am a spokesperson for Region 3, because I'm a little closer sometimes and can get to more things more easily. Then I was thankful enough to go on the incentive trip to Greece and Turkey. And I sat with other leaders from Region 3, and I just kind of floated the idea around, like, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think? What are you feeling? And I listened to them. And for the most part, they were on board. Obviously, this wasn't a full concept yet, but I just told them my ideas and they said they were in, which was lovely. But I was still like ready to spearhead this and do this completely all by myself because I wanted to bring Region 3 back from the dead. Not like the good old days, because like people that want to look the same weight that they were when they were 21 and they're 65 now, like we're not doing that. We're going to love where we're at and we're going to get stronger and bigger and empowered and juiced up basically to create what is now going to be Scentsy 3.0. And I really wanted to be part of that. There's a 3 and 3.0, just like Region 3, just saying. But I am so, so grateful that I don't have to do this alone. I am so happy that to launch our Zoom, I'm sharing this with Carly Bartle, Chelsea Tanner, Karina Hibbert, Kellyanne Grant, Janice Pettit, Leon Hirawini. I hope I said that right. Can never say it. The wife of the guy with the great abs, Lucy Cameron, and Torini Davies. And it's 2:00 in the morning. There's nobody here. And he hasn't barked all day. Beto. This is, people say they're not the same as kids, but I truly believe they are. These leaders have committed to pouring into Region 3 with me, and I'm sure we're going to have more as we get this movement going into the future. Just to kind of give you what's going to happen so that you kind of have a lay of the land. After this Zoom, over the next day or two, just give us a hot minute, we will share the Juice Hub group. And if you're in Mindset Monday or if you're in one of the other groups that runs it like this, I felt this was the best way to do this. But we will let you into the group. You have to answer the questions. For people that don't understand, because I think a lot of times people are annoyed by answering the questions. So I like to give context because I know Scentsy doesn't always give us context and we don't like that. The reason is when you're an admin in a really big group, people find you from like all over the world and want to get in, and they just put yes, yes, yes in the questions. So the reason why we ask the questions is to make sure you're actually a Scentsy consultant, that you're actually a real person that wants to be in that group, and that you actually belong in that group, and we don't have some weirdos putting weird videos in our group and things like that. So answer the questions. And basically the group is going to be where we put these recordings for the Zoom so that people that aren't on at this time can watch them. And then we will put all the resources that we talk about in there as well. You're not going to be able to post. You can comment, but you're not going to be able to post. That's just done by admins. And that way it's going to keep everything in order and organized so that there's not all this stuff to go through that has nothing to do with what we talked about. Basically, it's focused on, the group is for everyone, but everything's more focused for Region 3 because honestly, I don't think there's enough just for Region 3. There will be special guests at times. I have some thoughts and some favors I'm going to call in for people to stay up late or to get up early from Region 2 and Region 1 and Region 3. We will have, what my goal is, once we have our rhythm kind of going, I would like to do a drawing for like a giveaway, random, for anybody that shows up on the call live. And then we'll work that out, but we still have to work out the workings for that. Each Zoom will go over the news tab info. We will provide some sort of training, and we will give you a takeaway to report back at the next Zoom. The biggest thought process of this, besides the name, was, when do we do this? Do we do it on the same day? Do we do it on this day? Do we do it every week? Do we do it every month? What do we do? And I personally chose this. I chose the first initially and then went, oh my God, we can't do that because that's just going to be crazy. I will not get any sleep that night. So I moved it to the second so that we can still do transition every month. when the clock ticks over and we have to order all our new things. And the 15th. And because the 1st is too busy, it will kick off the month for you with lots of a lot of people start things on the 1st of the month and go, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. Like the incentive is a great example. Are you still all working towards it? Because 1 month is gone on it. Are you still working on it? Because everyone can achieve this, but I think people lose their oomph. And if they don't feel like they're being poured into or they're being heard or they're being listened to, I think a lot of people feel, what's the point? Or I can't do it. Or they're reading all the ick and they're believing the ick. Or fear is a liar, all those kind of things, right? But then if we can get you going in the beginning and then in the 15th kind of hit you again to get you oomphed again before the end of the month, all of us work together better. There's going to be things that they're going to announce somewhere in between there. There's going to be ideas that we can all share. We all have different brains. We all bring different things to it. There's things I suck at, but other people are amazing at. I do not do Excel. I think it's ugly. So I don't do it, but I love Canva. So, and there's people that love spreadsheets and their brain just works that way. Mine does not. So I need those people in my life as well. I want this to be a place that you show up and you connect and you get something from, but I want it also to be something that makes Region 3 a little bit stronger and that you don't feel so disconnected and that you're in my brain. I only see you guys all on these little life preservers out in the ocean in the Pacific, just waiting for the ship to find you and to say, come, we have you, we got you, you're good, you're safe, come. And that's kind of how this all kind of came to be. So I hope that kind of gives you an idea of kind of the layout. Obviously, please be patient with us because this is the first one and some directors won't be here on certain days and some will, so we just got to find our rhythm. And we will hear from you at the end of Zooms. Now, I know that is Miss Kelly Ann here. I think she was here. Miss Kelly Ann.
Hi.
Hi. Do you want to go over the news tab of what people maybe don't know from last night or the last couple of days?
Sure. So I don't know if anyone noticed that in the news tab. First off, Heidi and Orville did their talk at the end of the month, but also, sorry, Chuck and Dan did their talk at the end of the month. But then, oh my goodness, Jason stepped in and came into the Region 3 page and shared some finer details that was more related to Region 3, which we needed, right? So if you haven't listened to that, that's great, but all the details are in the news tab. So join promotions this month is still the $9 kit is extending again, and the ability to get the shooting star for free, amazing, amazing. Never done before, a reinstate with new sign up. So all reinstates can actually come back as a new consultant. It's never done before. It's an amazing opportunity because they can then start fresh, but with experience. So they're returning with experience. So I think that's great. And then again, they can get the shooting star for free again because they're reinstating as a new consultant. The extra promotions that you can get as well with the join experience. So you must go to the news tab and see the list. There's a list of all the things that you can earn, and you get the extra bundles as well. There's a lot of things and a lot of details on there, but you must go and see. Also, all new consultants get 5 Halloween bars in their starter kit. So that's an extra one. The bundles that they can earn are the Essentials Warmer and 6 bar, the new season 6 pods, and the new season 10 bars as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on just there. Also, obviously, all regions have the Whiff Box, which you should all know about that by now, but promote away. Again, in the news tab, you've got information and photos and things. And then we have obviously the new spring summer catalogue products, a charitable warmer, which is the Tranquil Glow, the Halloween collection, holiday early access, and we have the scent of the month, which is Frights and Delights, but you must keep your eyes open for the Peanuts collection that's coming. Also, one more thing. I saw on the page, it said product page theme in September is Woodland Whimsy.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Sweet. Thanks, Kelly. Quick just add-ons, Chelsea comment as well. People can reinstate still for free if they want to by going to their workstation and doing the workstation lite. But if they want to restart, they go to your PWS and they rejoin like they were joining the first time, as long as they've been away from Scentsy for more than 2 years. So that's the little in there. Scentsy is emailing today. They're sending out 900,000 emails to everyone that has been gone for more than 2 years from Scentsy. So fingers crossed it does something. Now, it's a lot of information to take in. I'm somebody that usually prints out everything from the news tab and then goes through and highlights it so I understand it. But that's just me, and I'm 53 and that's what I do. But the other thing is, you maybe don't need to know all the things right now. You just need to do the talking and you need to do the offering. And if people say, yes, what does it cost? Or yes, whatever, then make sure you know the information. But I'm kind of a do now, think later person, where a lot of people are overthink now and don't do later. So do now, think later, you'll be fine. And the other thing, as you notice, Kelly mentioned on your news tab. Some people still struggle with the news tab for some reason. So I always tell people, go to your tab, go to news and put view all news. And then hit your filter and put most recent so that the newest stuff is always on top. I never get old crap in my feed ever. It's always what's newest. So that's just a key. Work with your filters and all news tab, as opposed to doing the subs, the other ones, if you're not great at that yet. Yes, there will be a replay for all of this. We will, I'll take care of you, Bree, don't you worry. The other thing I quickly want to mention is there is a special incentive kicker for Region 3. Or he said all international markets, so I need to ask Simone if they're doing it in Germany too, but Region 1 is not getting this, which is good. I don't think they need it. Region 3 is getting it, but to help you guys earn this incentive, they want as many people as possible to earn this incentive. Whether you pick Mexico or you pick home office and coming to SFR in Boise, I wish you would all come here. And I'm very selfish by saying that, but please earn it so you can come visit me. I'll see you either way. That's my goal. But you're going to get special little challenges that will help you earn extra points. And the first one is in September, this month. It is, instead of getting 1 point per PRV, you're getting 1.5 points on each PRV in your bars. So you want to sell as many bars as you can. This includes all bars. So the ones that are in the sale from Scentsy Club that are on, the Always Get My Bar, the exclusives right now, you want to grab those. I hear they're going really quick. I did score 20 bars. Thank you. my secret elf in here, because I had a Scentsy Club order in New Zealand still with a friend, and she just sends me my bars once a year. So I'm like, damn it. And so thank you. But those count, clearance bars count, all bars count. Half price bars count, all bars count. Okay. Yes, it was the Woody bars, the orgasm bars, as I call them. And by the way, I say lots of things, so hopefully you're not precious. I tend to be blunt, and I tend to be pretty honest about everything. So I'm very rarely mad, but I am direct. So, all right. So quickly, does anybody have questions on what Kelly went over? Yes, Chelsea. I'm just quickly looking. Correct. If they're getting things for free or half off, I think half off, they still have some PRV on there. I think it's kind of what Chuck said anyway, but it's Chuck. All right. Anything else? No other questions. All right. Okay. So that's your kicker. So focus on lots of bars, and you can still do the buy 5, get 1 free through Workstation. And based on the slides that I had posted in all these groups about secret, like ways to work the best way to get the best shipping and all that stuff, really work on that. I think it'll help you. All right, now let's talk about the focus. For September is your Scentsy Power 30. So the Scentsy Power 30, I have extra notes for that. These are my notes for tonight. I have 2 separate notebooks. If you listened and did your homework and listened to Orville's keynote, like I had requested, or you just did it anyway, you would have noticed he talked about doing specific things every day. And as leaders, we are really told to reward the actions and not the results. And sometimes that all gets blurred with us because we want to celebrate everything with you. But honestly, it's the daily tasks, and done when you do things consistently, the little boring things or the little itty bitty things done every single day, they add up and they make a huge difference. And so this Scentsy Power 30, Jason talked about it as a magnifying glass, but he talked about that with the warehouse and the stock and the SKUs that you're getting in Region 3 or not getting, and focusing in. I think it's the same kind of idea with this. You're doing the 10-10-10 method. So 10 minutes using Scentsy Connect every day. How many of you are using Scentsy Connect already? I still struggle a little bit with it, for the simple fact is it pulls up all my 900 customers from Region 3. So that's fun. I don't know about you, Kelly. Yeah. Kelly moved regions too. She moved from Region 2 to Region 3. So she understands. We get each other. I'm like, can we please? So I have talked to them, by the way, I'll tell you later. 10 minutes of training and self-development. So Orville called it doom scrolling. And all of us do mindless scrolling, but I almost think we should have a rubber band on our wrist. And when you know you're doing it, snap yourself and then go do something more productive. So Chelsea started a thread in the All Consultants group where we've been commenting with different things you can watch that are motivating, inspiring, or training, just to get you in a different headspace. And when you are in a different headspace, your physiological body changes too, you create energy and momentum. And if you remember, Orville talked about on one of the end of month lives that you can't, when a car is just parked and it's not turned on, it's really hard to turn it. But if you turn it on and give it a little gas, you can start to turn it. And that's like your business is. And so this is what this is going to do. And then you're going to do 10 minutes of 10 host, join, buy, team connection, whatever it takes. That they saying 5 people. Jason kind of said 3, which I don't agree with, but whatever, Jason. If you only want to do 2 or 3, you only do 2 or 3. But we were told 10 minutes, so that's way more than 2 to 3. So post, join, bind. And basically you will have trackers. If you haven't already got them, there's trackers. There will be little badges of recognition that we will give to you as well. This is all done on the honor system, but let me tell you, from doing this as long as we have, we can tell after so long if you're lying, because you cannot do all these things for 90 days and have nothing to show for it. I'm just saying. So there is a, what was it? 7, 30, 60, 90 streak badges that we can hand out. And if people are really impressing us and they're really making things happen by doing these things, we can submit your name, and your name will go into a drawing from home office, and they were going to do prize giveaways, just random ones with whoever's name we submit. So make sure that you're engaging, make sure that you're communicating, cheering each other on. Region 3 can get a little, what's the word? A little cynical, a little that tall poppy crap, a little of the jealousy thing, a little of the, oh, she's doing that and I'm not going to cheer her on. We don't do that anymore. Region 3 needs everybody together, cheering everybody else on and lifting each other up and pouring into everyone, because none of you have liked being on an island by yourself. And the directors that have been pouring in are tired. And that's why I'm glad I don't have to do this all by myself. We all will carry this load, and there is no I in team, correct. And nothing in this business is all about you. Like, it's one thing, if I can tell you from the start, nothing in this business is about you. Nothing. Not your customers, not your team members, not your title, nothing. Not your pay. It's not. You couldn't do this without other people or severely go into debt. And even then, you still need a credit card company, don't you? So, all right, let's go one by one. Oh, I'm trying to hurry and I'm watching the clock, so okay. I've asked all the leaders to have something prepared when we go through each task, of like a tip or a trick or something they could bestow upon you. So the first one, 10 minutes of Scentsy Connect. Who has any tips or good stuff about using this app? I always say you can do it on the toilet. If you have time to poop, you have time to follow up. Go ahead.
Me. I'm huge into Scentsy Connect. It is my favorite thing ever. I think it is the bomb. That's why I did it as my training for the 12 days of Scentmas. So with Scentsy Connect, I do it a little bit out of the sequence that Scentsy tell you to do. But that's because I've got my own little system for it. Make your templates. Make your templates. Make them about you. And this is actually something I picked up from Jess Taylor. So shout out to Jess Taylor. She gave me an idea. She probably doesn't even realize she did it, but you can, when you set up your templates, rather than use the exact same thing over and over again, you could have like say an order shipped message. So for example, I have a particular thing. When you get the email that says, the corporate, your order has shipped, I send my customers a text message that says, hey, so-and-so, your order has shipped overnight. Just to let you know, it should arrive in the next couple of days. Look forward to hearing that it arrived. That's my stock standard message. But now, rather than I have order shipped 1, order shipped 2, order shipped, I have like 5 different variations of that message, so that every time I send one, they get a different one, so they don't always get the exact same message.
Love that.
So, yeah. So then, and for each of my templates, I basically have 5 or 6 different versions. Now, how did I do that? ChatGPT, baby. It's my best friend. So you could put your one message that you want to send, put it into ChatGPT and say, hey, I need 5 or 10 different variations of this exact message. What can you give me? And there you go. There's your variations.
Awesome. Thanks, Jill.
Juice templates.
Love that. Next, who's on deck next? Kelly?
I was going to say exactly the same, apart from the template thing. No, with the template thing, I think that you can also do it on the phone. So you know how you can save things on your phone and you can have keywords. So you can put TY, so it comes up as thank you for, and it's already written, so you can have it in all of your at your fingertips if you like. But yeah, Sensi Connect is absolutely phenomenal. I love it, and yes, I agree, make lots of templates. It's really, really important, and make it personal to them as well. So for instance, if you use your phone for the Connect for the keyword things, then you can actually put happy birthday as one, and then you can put in there as well, oh, it's your birthday month this month. You know, if you see something, if they've been on holiday, just make it a bit personal.
Yes, totally. Personal helps. And sometimes I tend to refer to what they bought. Like,
Yeah.
ooh, I can't wait to see pictures of your blood warmer set up when you get it. Because that tells them I want their photos too.
Yeah.
And it's called a shortcut on your phone keyboard.
That's it.
So if you're Googling how to set up a shortcut on your smartphone, that's what you're looking for. I'm wondering if any of the other peeps are in here. I don't think they are. I just think if you were here for Maven that turned into Amy, that now turned into Sensi Connect, to me, it is a sidecar for your brain. A lot of us are overwhelmed. We have anxiety, we have ADHD or some other neurospiciness happening. And to remember everything is really hard and it's overwhelming sometimes. And so Sensi Connect is that way that you don't have to remember anything. It's all there. It tells you, I mean, even if you didn't want to personalize because you're just getting started in it, just to get into the habit, it will tell you when things were delivered, when things were ordered, when you need to follow up. It will help you. It connects with Workstation. One of the things I also tend to tell my team, because we do have a lot of mental health and neurodiversity in Team Wonderbar, is when you're on your upswing of your moods, that's when you make your templates. That's when you put I used to tell them to put notes in there or make special follow-up messages in the notes of their phone. When you're in that upswing and you're having a good day, do them then. Because when you're in your dip, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to act happy. You don't have to do the things that your brain is just not ready to do that day, but it's already done. So you can still do the work, but you don't have to think or feel as much. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think Region 3 has a lot of those things. So I just wanted to add that to it as well. But honestly, if you have time for a morning poo, you have time to follow up. I know America, we have magazine baskets and newspapers in our bathrooms. So now everybody's on their phone. Please use alcohol wipes on your phones too, please. Okay. Just on a side note. All right. The next one is 10 minutes of personal development. This Zoom counts. Podcast. Chelsea made a thread of things you can contribute so you can overcome your doom scrolling. I tend to like things that basically kick me in the gut, make me go, like that's what I need. I do not need fluff or people foo-fooing me. And I mean, I love foo-foo when I'm relaxing, but if I need to get juiced up and I need to get jacked up, there are people I go to. Gary V swears like my mother. Then I go to Eric, the hip hop preacher. Again, he is louder, but there is nothing that either one of them say that isn't true. And I think a lot of times, a lot of people want to be babied, but babying you doesn't do any good. Telling you all the things in the news tab doesn't help you. It doesn't help you be a good consultant. It doesn't help you be a good leader. You have to have some sort of self-motivation, a self-sufficiency, and self-determination, because we can tell you where things are and where to go. But the empowerment and the satisfaction comes from you going, hey, I did that. Oh, hey, I found that. Oh, yeah, I know where that is. Let me show you. When you have a team member. So the whole, as Kelly said earlier today, teach a man to fish, don't give him the fish. And that's what we want to do. We want to make you strong and we want to empower you. And we don't want to baby you, because honestly, most of us that are the leader, there's a couple that probably baby in this group, but yeah, I don't. I can take softer gloves once in a while. I do know who I have to do that with. And I am very empathetic and I am very loving and caring and generous, but I also don't like excuses. And some people are using excuses as excuses instead of reasons to do things. We can go into all the things we've all overcome. Most of you know Kelly's and my stories that we've overcome, but I'm sure we'll learn some of the other leaders as well and what they've overcome. And we still show up. So personal development could be anything. Personally, if meditation is your thing and it helps center you and get you fueled, meditation. I use the Calm app. That's a great one for me, but I also use the Pep Talk app and TED Talk app and YouTube and Workstation and like the groups, the Refresh, Refocus, Reimagine group. There's just tons of stuff in that group. Just use the search bar and figure out what you want to learn about. Next, Chelsea.
Me again. I can
Yeah.
go again.
Personal development.
Personal development. Right now, you want to do your success paths as well, because
Yes.
that is actually part of your focus for this month, and it is something that they're going to be looking at in regards to the challenge with the Power 30. They want you to even consider, so say for example you're a lead consultant and you haven't looked at your success path, go all the way back to because you can access all the success paths for every rank and title. Go back to the essential one and do all the essential tasks, and then do all the certified ones, and then do all the lead ones, and then go up and do the star ones and keep going. Do all those tasks, because if you do all the success path tasks, then really, because it's basically like going back and starting again and doing a bit of a first things first checklist kind of thing. It's all that sort of training. But that I believe that's actually something they're tracking as part of the kicker kind of thing as well. So you definitely want to look at that, and it is something, that I believe Home Office are actually tracking. So
not hear that. Cool.
So look into your success path for your professional development. I did actually put them in my team page library, and if you like, I will put them on the Region 3. I'll put them on the Region 3 library page.
Honestly, they have their own tab in the damn Workstation. People should be able to go to Workstation, go to training, and go success path.
But we know that doesn't happen, Patty. Come on.
But we're not holding their hands.
But it's there, and I want people to do it. I want people to do it, and I want you to access it. But use your success paths and do as many of them as you possibly can. You want to go up a level, but go back to even if you're a star consultant or a superstar consultant, whatever, go back to the beginning.
I did from essential all the way to director. And let me just say, I learned things. The videos are phenomenal and they're short.
Videos are great. Yeah.
And I wish we would have had them when we started.
Absolutely. Yeah, we didn't have any of that stuff.
I always tell my team, I'm like, I could get hit by a bus tomorrow and you all could do this business because it's all there. The only thing standing in the way is laziness, excuses, and you. Like, go get it.
Don't get stressed out if when you do, this is just a little hack.
Okay.
When you do it, you'll notice that it still has a like a vacant circle at the left-hand side. You manually have to tick it. You have to manually tick that hole because, oh my Lord, one of my team, bless her cotton socks, she did them each like 3 times. And I'm going, I don't know what's going on either. You manually have to tick the damn circle. So, yeah.
It should have a prompt that goes to continue.
Tick the circle, but it doesn't. So, yeah. And I'm blonde, so these things kind of happen. But
That's fine.
anyway, you actually manually have to tick it. So, do your success parts.
All right, Kelly.
Self-development, when people say that they haven't got time, it's rubbish, because most people drive a car and they're going out, or they've got dogs and they take them for a walk. You can listen and multitask. You can do it while you're peeling potatoes. You could just put it on speaker. Just listen to all self-development that you can, but actually pause it and jot things down or screenshot where you're at on the time, because things need to be actioned, not just listened to and then gone into the abyss.
Yes.
Healthy habits. So multitask.
Yes. Multitask. But I remember when I started Scentsy, I slept with my new consultant guide under my pillow, and I watched YouTube videos multiple times because I knew nothing about Scentsy. I knew nothing about doing a party. I knew nothing about anything. And YouTube taught me how to do Scentsy. But I remember watching, I had note cards, I had a notebook, and all of a sudden I'd be like, what the hell is that again? What's GWV? What's this? And I would just grab it from under my pillow and I would read my book. So it is, again, everything depends on you, but nothing is about you. It's the weirdest thing in this business, but you have to want it, because if you don't want it, you're not going to do it. Even if Chelsea's lovely enough to put all those freaking things there for you, unless you click them, they're not going to help you. So I'm just trying to teach you how to be self-sufficient, because you're going to be a better, stronger consultant, human being, whatever, when you feel empowered to do things yourself. And then the last one was, where's the last one? 10 minutes personal development. 10 minutes of connecting. How did he word this? Connecting with or engaging people to participate in Scentsy was how he said it. And he is Jason. And that could be by a buying conversation. By the way, if they're not in Scentsy Club, but you know that they like those bars and you do have access to an exclusive, go run your reports under the sales tab and see who like those bars and see if they want them before they're gone. Bulk up those, learn to run your reports and see who ordered what thing and contact those people. That counts as reaching out. Then you have the join specials. So you have, you can talk to people about joining, reinstating, restarting. You can talk to your team members that maybe you've checked out on or you haven't talked to in a while. And I don't mean talking to them always about their dogs and their kids and wine and cheese. I mean, that's important once in a while, but having the actual conversations so that they know that they're supported. Mix them, but whatever it takes to get people participating in different variety of ways, that is your last 10 minutes. So, and these 30 minutes don't have to be done at one time. You could do 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and 10 minutes there. Like while you're sitting in line to pick up the kids, because I know this is when I get Marco Polo messages. Everybody's in the line. It's when do your follow-up. So any tips from Chelsea for reaching out and for getting people to participate? Did she leave?
No, she's muted.
She's muted. Why is she muted? Oh, wake up. Ask to unmute. Why do I have to ask?
I don't know. It was stuck. My button was stuck. asking people to participate. I think it's just about one-on-one making things personal, which is, I think we've covered that a few different times.
Yeah.
I think Kelly gave you some good tips about that before. Again, I'm very reliant on my Sensi Connect app. I know for me, I fell in a bit of a hole when I didn't have the app. I was very reliant on Maven and Amy, and so it being back is like the best thing ever. But yeah, I think are we talking about customers? You want me to talk about customers or team?
Well, it's all in that last 10 minutes of their day. This doesn't include this. I mean, you could piggyback it to your Sensi Connect, but what if you didn't talk to those people that you just connected with and you did 10 minutes of connecting with your team, with potential team members, with possible reinstatements, with customers, with your VIP group? I mean, you could, as long as you're engaging and you're having conversations, that's what it's about. It does.
Do a product feature. So
Okay.
do something about showing people what, at the end of the day, we're all using the products. And if you're not using the products, then what are you doing? So have you looked at using a particular product in your house? So say, I'm a big fan of all-purpose concentrate, for example. So I often go live in my VIP group. Anytime I'm live, I will generally get quite a few people. You know, sometimes you'll get 3 or 4, sometimes you get 1 or 2. But it's about, if I'm doing a product demo or I'm talking about a particular product, is making sure that the people that were live, that you go back and talk to them about it. If they like that thing, say, oh yeah, you know, I saw that you're on live. What are you up to? Even just opening a conversation.
Yeah.
And seeing how they're going. Being aware of the things that they like. So, for example, when we had our little wax thing last night, I saw Peony Petals was in there. I've got 2 customers in particular that are mad for Peony Petals. Reached out to them straight away. I have another friend who's mad for Forever Yours. Was onto her straight away. So being aware of what people like. I've got a couple of customers who are Halloween mad. I've got another one who's mad about anything Nightmare Before Christmas. So being aware of who's into what. But it might even be just about, you know, you saw something on Facebook and they were, I don't know, wearing a top that you liked.
Yes.
You know, they were, you know, got a new haircut. Their kid had one of their kids had it. This won't be a Patty thing, but one of their kids had an achievement at school.
Dog. Yeah, the dog. The dog.
They got a new dog. They got a new dog. They had something of, I don't know, maybe you'll like that my kids are showing cattle this weekend, Patty. They're very cute. But you know, whatever it might be, looking at other achievements and just reaching out. And then sometimes the conversation may steer towards Sensi. Maybe people are looking at fundraising opportunities. How can you talk to them about, maybe they're doing some other type of fundraiser, and you can turn it into, hey, did you know that I can also help you with fundraisers next time you're looking?
Perfect. Perfect.
And
just to kind of piggyback off of that real quick, I shared those pics that I quickly made up with all the different warmers that said, which warmer would you want for free? Those are the posts where then you can go back and go, hey, I saw that you wanted that for free. I can help you do that. And then go talk to them about the ways that they can do that. So
I'll take another one that I did that just worked. Everyone that can work for people too. I did it actually just out of genuine curiosity. Is I said, who in my friends list uses PayPal Pay in 4?
that's a good one.
I'm really sorry for Kiwis because I know that that's not necessarily something that's available for you guys. And it was really interesting to see how many people use it. And I deliberately didn't want to ask about Afterpay because we know that's not an option for us.
Yeah.
And now I know all these people that use PayPal Pay in 4, and they're going, use it for everything, use it for everything. And then I was able to post a high ticket priced item, because then it got them thinking, oh, actually. And then I said, did you know that we offer PayPal Pay in 4?
That's a
Because now
good
all
one.
these people start sort of, but when you come at it from the I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I think that's an Eric War thing, isn't it? I'm just curious. To one of those famous people.
And that could be like, you have a lot of vegetables from your garden. Hit me up with your best recipes or your favorite recipes. I've got a whole bunch of this. What do I do with it?
Yeah.
That's a good one too. Or
Yeah.
I have these baby clothes to give away. I don't know what you people do with kids. So, Kelly, go ahead. What are your tips?
So my tips in regards to sharing the opportunity, I actually try to think of it. So I am quiet more than I speak. So that's quiet more than I listen. So I will listen first the most and try to see how it will fit in. And as my team know that I talk about Scentsy, what I used to talk about Scentsy is that it's a ball of light. And it's a blessing to our lives, right? So it's a distraction. It's you open the door and you go into your secret garden and you feel good. You make other people feel good, which then makes you feel even better. So it is, a endorphin boosting around everyone. It touches everyone and makes them feel good. And so I think if we don't share it as that ball of light with excitement and that childlike wonder, then what right do we have basically stopping other people have that? So if you think of it as sharing it to better people's lives and to actually make people be a part of something wonderful, then you're actually doing them a disservice rather than thinking that it's for yourself. So that's what I think and how I believe that you should think about it. Now, I was missing in action for quite a while, and this is my first Zoom back for a long time. Just quickly, I did that and I went back into my own trainings and watched one of them that I spoke about the ball of light. And I've been with Scentsy for 14 years. And I went back and I watched when I spoke about it, and it sparked something again where last month, 2 new recruits and 2 reinstates. So obviously they're a bit sad about not reinstating this month, but it's 2 new recruits and 2 reinstates, so 4 in a month, just from sharing with that ball of light mindset.
Yeah, and a lot of people seem to only think they share about people needing money.
Yeah.
Most people, first of all, don't believe that they can make money at it.
Yeah.
And that's true. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Most of them stay for the community.
Yes.
And so that's
they
massive.
Just need connection or community, or it's something that brings them joy already, like because they like the product or whatever. But if you say, hey, come sit at our table, we have a lot of fun. Absolutely. And while you were describing your ball of light, my brain went Patty, and it went, this sounds like sex. I'm like, Scentsy is as good as that. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can buy that. Yep. Sure. And the only way that Scentsy is as good as that is if you engage, if you attend things, if you attend trainings, if you honestly
yourself.
Like, I wish a lot of times there was a movie I watched. It was, and the person could touch you, and you could, he would transfer what he was seeing and feeling to you so you could feel it. And I was like, I wish I could do that with Scentsy. Like, just trust me, come with me. And I could touch you and you'd be like, oh my gosh, yes. And I don't think enough people like commit to it long enough and strong enough to feel and get and that ball of light, that safe place, that warm place, that happy place, that escape, that family. That I sometimes in my head, I never really say it out loud, but when I watched welcome to my brain, when you watch Sons of Anarchy or the Mayans, we don't have motorcycles, we have warmers, but we are kind of a gang. Like, People join gangs for the same reason I think people join Scentsy, for community, to feel like a family and to be part of something, doing something that you find enjoyable. Now, we don't do all the other bad things that they do, but it's one of those things that I often very much like. Why do people join sports teams, and why do people join Girl Scouts or Girl Guides, or and sororities and all these things? There's this community thing. And I think Scentsy is amazing at it, but you don't feel it if you're not engaged, if you're not doing it. And I'll tell you, this business is a lot easier when you do it than when you don't do it. If you have one 250 PRV order once a year, this business is hard. But if you actually make Scentsy part of your daily life, it's so much easier. It's so much smoother. It's so much more rewarding. It pays off different financially, in your heart, and trips and all these other things. And I know we all have full lives, but
it's a sense of belonging.
It's a sense of, exactly. Thank you. But I tell my team every single day, go out and make someone smile. Everybody can do that. And most of the time for me, it starts with a compliment or a pet, because I just pet everything. But whatever that is, like I sat next to an old man because I was waiting for my prescriptions at Walmart the other day, and I just sat down and he started talking to me and I started talking to him, and then I said something and we got on the subject of Scentsy, and he's like, what do you do? And so I whipped out my phone and I showed him. He's like, oh, and then we were kidding because he was a dairy farmer and I'm vegan. So that was a nice, fun conversation. We both were laughing about that because I was like, yeah, I don't buy your stuff. So you never know where that is. But if you're uncomfortable with talking to people, honestly, I would have not built the business and I would have not earned the trips if I didn't talk to people. And most of the people that know me know I'm very introverted and I don't like peopling. But I also know I'm not going to get where I need to go and achieve my dreams if I don't. So suck it up, Buttercup. You got an hour, go meet people, and then you can come back and hide. It's the reward. So now let's go. Any other questions or anything that Chelsea or Kelly want to say before we answer any questions from the consultants?
I just want to say thank you to you, Patty, for doing this. I've like big love from all of us. I'm sure Chelsea agrees as well. You know, huge love.
Well, thank you for helping me carry the load, because I wasn't expecting it, but I'm completely grateful for it. And I know these will get shorter and they'll be better as we get our rhythm. So please, people, be, patient with us while we find our way. And we'll sneak Jason into here. Somebody gave me Jason's cell number, his direct line. So now I text him when I need something. Yeah.
So I've been counting the numbers as this is going on. We've had like 35 plus people on this as we've been going. So congratulations to everyone who has tuned in. Sorry, my lighting's terrible because I'm still sitting in my car. I literally pulled up from work and dialed into this. But congratulations to everyone who has committed to juicing up Region 3 and to being a part of this. As Kelly said, I echo everything Kelly said about thanking Patty for spearheading this. But at the end of the day, it is going to take every single person to be a part of this. And you drive your business. We might now all be called fragrance consultants, but you're still independent. The independent is still part of it. So we can try to help you as much as possible, but at the end of the day, you have to do the work. And we want to help you. We want to help you do it, but you have to drive it. So ask questions. We're here to assist, but we can't do the work for you. We've got a great season here. It's here for you. It's literally in front of you on a silver platter. You just have to take it. So I can't read that, Patty. I don't know my glasses.
So funny that you said that, because I said this was something and I didn't quite get to that point, but I said your leaders or sponsors are not to do the work for you. They are to guide you and to coach you in Scentsy. They aren't there to teach you tech and social media. YouTube and Training Center is, but we can direct you to where you find the answers. I've always said I'm the GPS. You tell me where you want to go. I will teach you, show you the most efficient way to get there. But you got to put your ass in the seat, buckle up, and put your foot on the accelerator and drive it yourself. The GPS doesn't drive your car. Don't talk to me, Tesla people. Just use my analogy. But you know what I'm saying. We can't do it for you. We can want it for you. We can believe in you. And it gets really exhausting when y'all don't believe in yourself all the time. But we get it. We get it. And, but we are here for you. And I'm just really grateful. So thank you so much. Kelly, do you have, could you put your ball of light? Somebody asked in the comments, could you put your ball of light talk in the Chelsea's?
Yeah, put it on the library.
Yeah.
It'd be a great addition to the library for people to go and refer to. And yeah, I've certainly had, there's plenty of people who are keen to see the recording of this, Patty. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when that's done, then I think that'll be awesome. But congratulations to everyone who's come along to our first juice session. So well done. And let's hope that we can, you know, as Patty said, as we find the groove and it'll get shorter and more succinct, etc., then we'll be able to see some real action items. But hopefully everyone will continue to be ticking their things off your own on day 2. Now, if you have done your Power 30 today, shout yourself out in the comments of this chat, because we're already, like, in New Zealand, you guys are what, 8 o'clock at night, and it's now 6 o'clock at night in East Coast, 5:30 in Adelaide time, and so what is it, 6, so is it what, 4 o'clock in Perth in WA? So if you have done them, we want you to shout yourself out in the comments of this chat, because we want to be able to celebrate you. Because if you've done your Power 30 and you did it yesterday as well, then you're 2 days in and you're already starting to smash it. And if you haven't, make sure it's done before you go to bed tonight.
And if you didn't know about it,
start today.
Start today.
And do double.
Again, we will invite you all into the group. We'll give you the link to join the group in the next day or 2 once I get leaders in there. And then once I get the recording, it'll be in there. And then we'll put the trackers up and things like that as well. So just bear with us. Okay. Thank you, everybody, so much. I'm going to bed. I'm like, the dog's waiting. He's like, what is this schedule I'm on since you've been here? All right. Good night, everybody. I love you. And I'm so grateful for you. And thank you for taking a chance on us leaders to pour into you. We really appreciate you. Good night, everybody.